Absolutely fantastic day today. Celtic won convincingly, has to be said. Definitely won convincingly. 4-0. Fantastic performance. So many good things to talk about in the game today. So many good talking points. Brendan Rodgers made a few changes to the team today. Sinisalo, Donovan, Carter Vickers, Scales, Tierney playing his first full 90 minutes for Celtic since returning in the summer. That's a great bit of news as far as Celtic fans are going with Tierney. Means that his fitness levels are getting up, and it will take him time to get back to the player that he was when he was at Celtic the first time round. McGregor seen the first half and a little bit of in the second half. He got taken off for Paulo Bernardo. Rio Hitati and Benji also started in the midfield. Yang scored the first goal for Celtic. Yep, Yang scores the first goal for Celtic, and then Liam Scales scores the second. Fantastic day, fantastic game. Tenecti with a sublime shot. Tenecti gets the ball in the Celtic half, runs up the park, waits on Kelechi, kind of getting up, staying on side. Tenecti then passes the ball to Kelechi. Kelechi does the reverse ball back to Tenecti. Tenecti then just slips the ball right into the back of the net. Fantastic goal made by the player and finished by the player. He gets man of the match, and rightly so. Then up comes Luke McCowan, one of our own. He's thinking, I'm not letting these big foreign named players come in here and show us Scottish boys up. No, he grabs the ball. He gets a lucky break on the ball when it was a tackle. He runs forward and hits a screamer into the back of the net. Tells everyone to shut up and stop talking. He must have been getting a bit of stick, but he scored a fantastic goal. The scoreline ended Partick Thistle 0, Celtic 4. Fair play to Partick Thistle for playing the way that they did. And where were all the fans going 10 minutes before the end of the game? Here's Kieran Tierney and Tenecti talking to the media. Good results, says Kieran Tierney. Tenecti's all smiles.
Yeah, of course. I would like to, as I said, to contribute to results and assist. I think.
How long can Celtic keep a hold of the Turkish winger? He's Turkish, isn't he?
I can make more.
Hopefully I can get more goals, says Tenecti. He's a player that excites me. I think once these two start connecting, Kieran Tierney saying that he's settled in really well tonight. Settled in really well at Celtic, and he's got the feeling that he's been here for ages. Yang not even celebrating. You got to remember that Yang didn't want to be here. Free kebabs, that'll sort him out. Gotta love a good kebab. Some Spanish bag of cans. What percentage is it? It's 5.5. Cracking beer. Yang wanted to exit. It was clear. Yeah, it was that. He's Belgian Tuscanan, I think, Baz, not Turkish. Is he? God, that's even weirder then. It's going to be a long season. Yeah, Baztek, you're right there. We know that these players, KT and Tenecti, need time to gel. When they do, it'll be fantastic. But the question then is, how long can we keep a hold of them? Because keeping a player for 2 years and selling them on, although it's the business model, it ultimately holds Celtic back. It holds us back in progressing in the European context. If we can keep a nucleus of players, really good players, he's Norwegian, not Belgian. Well, there you go. He's Norwegian. Tenect is Norwegian. No, he's not. Surely, can't be. That can't be right. He can't be Norwegian. There's nothing Norwegian about him. When has the draw been made? Around about 5 minutes. Around about 5 minutes, mate. As soon as the draw does take place, I will let you know. I think the time that we get Jota back, having Jota on one wing and then Tenecti on the other, it's going to be interesting. It draws in 8 minutes, according to Paul. Can we get Rangers in the next round? You see the Celtic players that didn't make the game today just warming down. Always makes me wonder why the players that don't play warm down, but the players that do play just go straight into the dressing room and get showered. They don't warm down. That's a weird one, isn't it? Because then you've got the guys that didn't play that are then going into the showers once everyone else is done. Check the UEFA squad, Baz. He's in as Norwegian, but plays for Tunisia. I know quite a lot of Norwegians out this way, and he looks nothing like the Norwegians that stay out here. There we go. Right, here's the draw getting ready to take place. Semi-final draw of the Premier Sports Cup. The 4 semi-finalists are confirmed. Celtic is number 1 in the draw. Rangers are number 2. Motherwell are number 3. And St Mirren are number 4 in the draw. At Hampden, can we get Rangers and confound their misery even more by beating them convincingly? No, Rod's not doing it. Right, here comes the draw. Oh, exciting times. Keys the Rotten Mob says, Des, I so want to take them because they're woeful. I've got a funny feeling we're going to get them. I've got a funny feeling. Don't ignore me. Is that Brook Baz Mountain I see? Is that... What? Billy, what are you saying? Broke Baz Mountain I see. Shh. Sevco, please. Give us Sevco. Oh, 14th of December is the final. Right. Cragen. Number 3's out first. Motherwell are out first. Oh, Celtic Rangers. It's Celtic Rangers in the semi. Yes, come on. Yes. Celtic Rangers in the semi-final. Number 1, Celtic are the home team. Yes. Bring on the Huns, you know. And it's up in the league and you'll know. You're at the cup. You've got the luck. Yes, come on. Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, dancer. The 1st and 2nd of November. 1st and 2nd of November. Build a bonfire, build a bonfire. Put the Rangers on the top, put the Jambos in the middle. Yes, we've got them. Why have they put Rangers as the home team? Because Celtic came out first. Premier Sports has turned it around. Because the Celtic were pulled out first. Were they not? Anyway, who cares? Who cares? Bring on the zombies. Bring on the zombies. Brendan Rodgers is now joined. Wonder what he's going to say to Charlie Mulgrew. Big teams get to the final. You've got to beat the big teams. 2nd of November, Burns versus Celtic. Brendan Rodgers said that he could see the teams building. He could see that the team's building and getting better. Simply the best. Yeah, Celtic were brought out first, weren't they? Yet Premier Sports has put Rangers first. It's not at home because it's at Hampden. It's at Hampden. Talking about Tenecti and what a good player he is. Stuart, yeah, that made me a bit... We got pulled out the hat first, but Rangers got put down as the home team. I'm sure that'll get rectified once it comes to the... it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, you've got the Celtic end anyway. So, it doesn't really matter who... But that was a bit of a fuck-up by Premier Sports, because Celtic got pulled out the hat first. And then they put Rangers, when it went on the screen, they put Rangers as the home team. Charlie Mulgrew's massive. Talking about the speed of play the first 20 minutes, Charlie Mulgrew says that the speed of play the first 20 minutes was faster than normal. How's the light going on? It's the light coming in for the other end of the house. The sun has moved. It's the sun coming in. Yeah, it's at Hampden, so it doesn't really matter. It is at Hampden. It's at Hampden. Celtic it came up that Celtic came out the hat first, but when they put it on the TV screen, they put Rangers at home. The game is at Hampden, so it doesn't matter. I'm sure they will sort it out. They'll see the way it was pulled out the hat, out the bowl. I'd like to see corner number since Tenecti has played. It's more the fact that we're starting to achieve stuff from corners since Tenecti's come in. And that's the big takeaway from today. I mean, there's lots of positives. Brendan Rodgers currently talking on Premier Sports. Let me just put this in. There we go, it's on the screen. Celtic versus the Rangers in the semi-final of the Premier Sports Cup. Celtic are in touching distance again of their first trophy of the season. We beat Rangers in the semi. We'll know that we'll have 1 foot in the final at least halfway through the game. Hopefully we can beat them convincingly. But talking about the game today, players that were absolutely fantastic for Celtic today. The first one, Tenecti, he's absolutely brilliant. You've got to say, Yang was on a game the first half. Yang come in and scores a cracking header at the back post. The header was across from Benji of all people. There's so many players up the game today. Whatever Brendan Rodgers has been doing on the training pitch, it has pulled. Do you know, I think that the best thing was getting that window closed. Brendan Rodgers obviously sat with the press conference on Friday and said, look, It's behind us. Glad we avoided PSG. Brendan says he had a feeling that he had to make some wholesale changes in the game today. Brendan says that going forward, they will need to make more changes within the team and coming into games. Well done. Let's get training better on corners. Well, we scored from one corner today when we mixed it up a bit. Rather than Benji, the draw was Celtic Sevco, not Sevco Celtic. Just saying. Yeah, I know. But when you see it put on the screen, it came up as Sevco Celtic. But that is it. So much to take from the game today. Sinisalo. I thought he played fantastic. He doesn't like putting himself under pressure. He didn't like it when he had to put the ball out to Scales. There was one time he was trying to put the ball out to Scales. He ends up putting it out for a corner. A mistake by him. It just shows that he knows himself as a keeper. He gets a little bit nervous when he's passing it outside, and he had a complete nightmare when he put it out. But other than that, he had a cracking save from a corner where he punched the ball away out, and it got Celtic pushing back out again and on the attack. Celtic get the ball out. Kelechi gets the ball, but then there's no one up for Kelechi to kind of give the ball to. So that was the only downside of that breakaway. Other than that, I think that Sinisalo has to be the keeper for the semi-final, and he has to be the keeper for the final also. I'm going to hit you shut that door, aren't I? Because the sun's coming through there we go. Sun's coming through from the other side of the house. The Sevco won't be happy they're getting us in the semis. No, they won't that. Sinisalo, I think he's a fantastic player. The next one that I'm going to pick out is young Donovan. Young Donovan was walking about that park and he was making tackles today, and he was going forward, and you would think that he was a guy that had been playing for Celtic for a couple of years, not just his fourth full-time game. You've got to remember, this guy's came from the B team. He's came from the B team and he's stepped up that level, and he's doing fantastic. As somebody said during the game, would you make him back up to Alistair Johnston rather than Tony Ralston? And I'm going to say on the performances, yes. You know, Tony Ralston's going to be thinking, do you know what? This is a good young lad coming through, and if he's better than me, fair play to the young boy. Baz Christmas has come early. Sevco in the semi. 2nd of November. Lovely present to get. It was fantastic. Fantastic, Brett. Right. First 90 minutes, Kaiser, we talked about that in the live. We spoke about it towards the end of the live. First 90 minutes for Kieran Tierney, that was one of the positives we picked out. McGregor coming off for Paulo Bernardo getting some game time. Paulo Bernardo slipping into that little holding midfield role, but at the same time you've seen that Benji came back as well into the number 8 position, so it gives us the 2 number 8s, and maybe that's the way that Brendan Rodgers going forward, after looking at life after Callum McGregor, is looking at the 2 holding midfielders. Maybe that's something. Ralston must be sick. Nah, Ralston's got an injury, isn't he? He's still got the moon boot on. Has Tony Ralston. I mean, there's this ball for the goal for Luke McCowan's brilliant. He knows that he's got to be in and around there in case the boy drops the ball. And he gets the break of the ball. He just goes and steals the ball. And that's all you've got to do as a player. And then he just takes it. How many goals has Luke McCowan scored for distance, running into the box? He's another fantastic player that doesn't get enough game time. You know, coming off of the bench. We knew that there was goals coming off the bench today. And it was fantastic. The only downside of the game is Dyson Maeda puts another one, an absolute cracking one, over the top of the bar. He hits another one towards the keeper. You know, people are saying, oh look, Dyson's not even trying. I think that Dyson is just doing what he needs to do. And the good thing is that Celtic, I mean, Kelechi, although he didn't score, he played a fantastic pass back to Tenecti for him to get his goal. So for me, it was a fantastic team performance today, and it was a fantastic performance by the manager. Not to change the team too much, not to make wholesale changes, not to upset. I mean, we've seen the way that the team there was a lull 10 minutes after we made so many changes. You know, the game there wasn't the fluidity that we had earlier on. There wasn't as direct passing and stuff. You know, the game kind of died a death a bit for Celtic. But having these players, and people that say you've got near enough £40 million worth on the bench, so what? It's a fantastic place to be in. Would you rather have 40 million on the bench, or would you rather have another 5 Yangs on the bench? Let's put it that way. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for today. It's been an absolutely fantastic day for Celtic FC. Brendan Rodgers comes out and shows us that he is the elite manager that he can be. He made just enough changes in the team today to make sure that this team had enough to be able to win the game. And lots of players were standout. There was no just the one player, Tenecti, who was the man of the match. But when you look at Enecho and the way that he played, when you look at Yang scoring from a header, Benji and his distribution was sometimes questionable, but it was Benji's cross that Yang scored from. So many talking points, so little time. On that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world. Will I be back on later tonight? I'm not too sure. But if not, I'll see you first thing in the morning.